Mathieu van der Poel, what makes him so special? What have you seen so far in your brief encounters with him?
Just strong. We don't know if he's a climber because he didn't do any race that is hard enough to say he's good also in a 20 minutes climb. But for sure he's super quick and he's versatile also because he can win, especially in this uphill kick finish, coming from cyclocross and mountain bike. For sure he has something more than we have. And also he's a good sprinter too. He can sprint also on a bunch sprint. And I think the thing is making him more special is that he's just a freak. He's someone you can see, a few guys like him. You can see him, probably Sagan was the same. But I think it's even more versatile than Sagan. Peter, when he decided to be on the road, he was on the road, period. And he stopped with cyclocross and mountain bike. He kept dropping people in cyclocross, dropping people in mountain bike, dropping us on the road race.
Yeah.
But at the end in the World Championship, you see that he's not unbeatable. And he's like everyone. That the level is so high that you need to be good in everything you do. And at the end, he was there in his first World Champion, as I would expect, to be honest. But probably he made some mistake, bigger than mine. Because dropping like this has mean, especially in his situation, has mean he made some mistake.
Maybe
probably, I don't know.
Maybe he didn't fuel enough.
Yeah, maybe didn't fuel, maybe didn't cover, maybe this, maybe that. There's in this kind of races there can be 1,000 things that one above the other one make you perform in one way or the other one.
One of your rivals, one of his rivals, Seth Van Mark, says that he's one of those guys, like Fabian Cancellara was in the past, Tom Boonen, that they're so strong that they can afford to make small mistakes and still be back in the bunch and still contest for the victory.
Yeah, that's true. But for sure, let's say in the world, he made some mistake, and it cost him the race. So in this cycling, especially how cycling is evolving in the last especially 5 years, this thing of making mistake and be back in contention is getting narrow every single year. You need to race almost as perfection when you need to win, when you want to win a big race.
What do you remember from those stages in the Tour of Britain when he won?
Just the fact that when he won the first stage, it was probably the more impressive because he really dropped the whole bunch.
Yeah.
Actually, we did the same because I was with him when he won the second one, and he dropped me only on the last straight home. But actually, never been really good in that kind of finish. So I was kind of expecting to be dropped. But I made, I think, my best 1 minute power following him and still get dropped. But I did cyclocross in the past and I did some mountain bike. So especially when you come with these skills, when you come from that world, I'm not surprised the fact he can kick again and kick again and kick again. That's what you do in mountain bike. And that if you see him, I'm more impressed with what he do in mountain bike, in the mountain bike scenario with Nino Schurter get dropped on his wheel.
Yeah.
That's more impressive than him dropping me on a final, to be honest.
And that stage where he just rides away from everybody, the first win, what were you thinking at that point when you start riding away?
I was just trying to go as hard as I can and he just passed me like this. Nothing. It was impressive. It's nice to see also. It's like you need also to say, okay, that was something you don't see every day.
You see him ride and it makes you think of cyclocross, how he can kick and kick again in that second stage win.
Yeah, I was not surprised, to be honest. I was more surprised the fact how much he was maybe working before and still having the power to get into the finish. But you need to count that race is always changing when you get over 220k.
What will Van der Poel do in the future? What's possible for him? Everybody says he can dominate.
For sure, he needs to decide what to do in his life. You cannot do cyclocross, mountain bike, and road race at this level. He's young, he can recover, but when the ages come in, you need to be focused somewhere.
And after Tokyo 2020, when he does give himself fully to the road, how much can he win on the road? What's possible?
He can win everything.
Yeah,
you can see it's someone that is not in a league of we are. This is another league. If you see like him, like Van Aert, like Remco Evenepoel, like Pogacar, they came in World Tour level and just, I would say in Italian, gamba tesa, like smashing.
Yeah.
They came in, no fear of anything. They came in and they deliver results straight away. Of course, you need to keep up with your name and with your performances. That's maybe the most important thing, or the most difficult thing, because physically maybe they can, but mentally it starts to be hard when everyone come on you, especially you guys, journalists, and say, you won here last year, what did you do this year? You won there, and your father won this race, and mental pressure it's a bad beast.